It's Gurley power. It's the coach. You're watching Madden football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so... cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the...
And oh, he coughed it up. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 17 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Emerson Griffin. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now it's Jackson on the move to his left. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
On any play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Jackson. And an alley to run.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Jacobs. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. second and goal from the 1. One more time with Jacobs. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez good on the extra point. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Gurley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. His first carry of their second, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would, simply taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They run it with Jacobs. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Balaj. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. They run it with Balaj. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. There goes it. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56 right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton rolling to his left. He'll run it, and he'll be out right at the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Flushed out right. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Newton, and he's going to go down again. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game.
Brandon Cooks, he's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Brandon Cooks, 87 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Hey, 50
Play action. It's Jackson. Man open. It's Goodwin. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A good chance now to put this on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. They come out here in the eye. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Running the toss here to Jacobs. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Newton on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To try again after the sack. Newton, and the pressure gets to him again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. He's got a man. Complete. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 40 yards. Here's Newton. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw, Newton. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
First down, Seahawks. Hey, hold on. Trump. Coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mark's 56. Mark's 56. Let's get it together.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right, looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams...
They've got his man complete.